Hello dear students, in previous video we have already seen some type of asexual reproduction. Now in this video we will also discuss another type of asexual reproduction which are formed in animal as well as in plants, right? So this is the next type of asexual reproduction, that is called as gametes, right? Gametes, these are type of internal birds which are formed freshwater sponges inside the body, and these birds resist from drought, high temperature, freezing, lack of oxygen. It means unfavorable condition, and when they get the favorable condition they are free from the freshwater sponges, right? Now so next we will discuss, that is the asexual reproduction in plants. Asexual reproduction in plants is also called as vegetative reproduction, right? Now in this chapter we will discuss 6 type of asexual reproduction or vegetative reproduction in plants, that is one by one. First is runners, right? Runners is also called as stolons. Stolons and runners, it is a slender stem. This is type of slender stem and that grow horizontal on the ground, and after formation a new offspring or daughter plant will be separated from the parent plant and convert into new plants, right? Example, strawberries and grasses are vegetatively reproduced by this method, that is called as runners, right? Another example is rhizome. We have generally seen at the time of winter we bring some gingers, and at the tip of the gingers a bird will be formed, right? That bird is called as, that is a rhizome, right? Rhizome, it is the modified underground stem. Okay, why we consider as a underground stem? Because generally we seen that is stem is a aerial part, but no, each and everything which are grown in underground, that is not considered as a root. They have some specific character, right? Why it is considered as stem? Because it contains some scalps. It contains some scalp and do not contain root hairs, and we generally know root contain roots hair. That's why ginger considered as a stem, and it is found underground. That's why called as underground stem, right? If a rhizome is separated, if we cut the rhizome from the parental body and grow into soil, each rhizome converted into new plant, and these rhizome asexual reproduction found in ginger, canna, turmeric, arbi, etc, etc. Okay, now next type of vegetative reproduction is called as suckers, right? Suckers, that is the additional part of bird which are formed at the base of shoot and base of root, and which will be separated from the parent plant and form into new plant, that is called as suckers, and it is found in cherry, apple, tomato, etc, etc, right? Next vegetative, that is a tuber, right? Tubers are modified plant structure. Tubers, it's like a tube like structure, that's why called as it is a modified structure, that are elongated, जो थोड़ा लंबा होता है, and store a nutrient. And this is a diagram of potato, right? And potato contain which type of nutrient? That is a starch. That's why it stored nutrient, that is a starch, right? These are short, thickened and underground stem. Potato is also considered as an underground stem because of some character, like because it contains scales on the body, birds on the body, that's why it is considered as a stem, right? Now these birds, we have generally seen black eyes, black spot on the potato, that is the eye of potato, and these eye under favorable condition grow into bird, and when these birds separated from the parents, it will be grow into new plants, right? Now another vegetative reproduction, these are called as offset, right? In offset, main plant virtually hiddenly form a daughter plant, and it will be grow in shorter period time. This vegetative reproduction is very fast, and this is found in water hyacinth. Water hyacinth is also known as terror of Bengal, and why it is called as terror of Bengal we will discuss in further topics, right? Now next vegetative reproduction is bulb. Next is bulb. Bulb as we know, show that is a bulb like bulb structure, that is a swollen and pointed end is, right, that is a bulb. Bulb is a short stem. Bulb is a type of stem. Why consider as a bulb? Because stem contain buds, stem contain node and internode, and stem contain scales also, right? So that's why bulb consider in case of onion and ginger. And when a part of bulb, when a bulb of ginger and bulb of onion will grow in soil, it will be grow into new plants, right? Now this is asexual reproduction in plants. Vegetative reproduction in plant has been over now. Now we will discuss that is a terror of Bengal. It is a short note on the terror of Bengal. Terror of Bengal we have already discussed, that is a water hyacinth is also known as terror of Bengal. Why it is called terror of Bengal and why it is found, it is a type of terror, right? First of all, terror of Bengal water hyacinth is a aquatic plant because it is found in water, right? It is also called as Eichhornia. It is also called as Eichhornia, right? It is also called as Eichhornia, right? Is considered as a terror of Bengal. Bengal का terror क्यों बोला जाता है? Because it has some reason. Firstly, it was introduced in India because of its beautiful flower and leaf structure, right? That's why it is introduced in India, right? Now next one, because of shape and leaf, this is very good, very beautiful flower, but it's a specificity, it grow rapidly, it can increase by offset vegetative method their population very fast. And another property is it consume, because it is found in water, right? Because it is found in water, it present at particular area, it consume all dissolved oxygen from them, right? And oxygen is required for that particular living organism, for fishes. And if completely oxygen will be consumed by these plants, then fishes will be dead, right? Now so that's why it consume total oxygen, dissolved oxygen at particular area, and hence this leads to death of the fishes. That's why it is called as terror of Bengal. Now it is a type of weeds. As we know that is an unwanted plant when grow with the wanted plants, and they consume, unwanted plant consume the nutrient quality, nutrients from the soil which are required for the wanted plants. That's why consider as a weed, right? Now we will discuss that is a second type of reproduction. Asexual reproduction has been over now. Now second type of reproduction is called as sexual reproduction. As we already discussed, sexual, there is male and female, both parents are required for the sexual reproduction, right? For sexual reproduction, male and female both are required. Now it involves in the formation of male and gamete female. As we already discussed, for the sexual reproduction, male and female both are required, and both are required if any living organism or any organism produce male and female both by the individual. That type of organism is called as bisexual organism, right? If individual form male gamete or female gamete, that type of organism is called as unisexual, right? As you know, what do you mean by bisexual, what do you mean by unisexual? Now we are discussing here reproduction, but before reproduction, before any organism reproduce sexually, that contains some specific phase. During the reproduction, before the reproduction, the organism mentally, physically grow and mature, and that particular phase is called as juvenile phase, right? Directly in any living organism, sexually reproduction is not occur. Before sexual reproduction, growth and maturity will be considered, and that particular phase is called as juvenile phase. It means we can say in whole living organism life there will be three phases. First is juvenile phase. Under juvenile phase, organism perform growth and maturity. After juvenile phase, it perform reproduction process, and after reproduction, that will be considered as a senescent phase, that is also called as death phase, and old age phase, and after old age, that particular organism get dead, right? So now we will consider what do you mean by juvenile phase. This is the first phase of any organism. Life की पहली phase होती है, that is called as juvenile phase. In animals, the period of growth to attain in the animals, the period of growth to attain maturity, जब organism maturity होता है physically और mentally दोनों तरफ से mature होता है, that particular phase is called as juvenile phase, and it is in plants it is called as vegetative phase, right? तो animals में हम क्या बोलेंगे, that is called as juvenile phase, but in plants we consider as a vegetative phase, right? Now in angiosperm, what do you mean by angiosperm? All flower bearing plants, we are talking about the plant, that is angiosperm category considered under plant category, right? Angiosperm all flower bearing plant, जितने भी plants होते हैं जिनके ऊपर क्या होता है, flower होता है, all categorized under angiosperm, right? End of vegetative phase, that is a phase in between plant grow and mature, right? तो vegetative phase competes as soon as they start flowering, और vegetative phase के बाद में कोई भी plant का जब पहला flower आता है, पहला flower formation start होता है, तो उस phase को हम क्या बोलते हैं, that is called as reproductive phase. तो पहली प्लांट में अगर हम देखते हैं तो टोटल कितनी फेजेस होंगी, दैट इज फर्स्ट इज वेजिटेटिव फेज. इन दिस फेज प्लांट विल बी ग्रो मैच्योर. सेकेंड फेज दैट इज अ रिप्रोडक्टिव फेज. इन रिप्रोडक्टिव फेज flower will be formed on the plant, and after this is the third phase that is called as senescent phase, old age phase, and after old age phase the plant will be died, right? Now juvenile phase, reproductive phase. In between reproductive phase, male female will form gametes, and gamete fuse and they perform fertilize, offspring form, offspring will be converted into new young ones, right? सेनेसेंट फेज, द एंड ऑफ रिप्रोडक्टिव फेज. जैसे अभी हम आगे पढ़ेंगे कि पर्टिकुलर मेल फीमेल जितने भी होती है उनकी गैमेट फॉर्मेशन की जो प्रोसेस होती है वो एक लिमिट टाइम के लिए होती है, उसके बाद में उनकी बॉडी में गैमेट्स फॉर्म नहीं होते. इफ दे डू नॉट फॉर्म गैमेट इट मीन्स देयर रिप्रोडक्टिव फेज हैज बीन स्टॉप नाउ, एंड सेनेसेंट फेज, ओल्ड एज फेज विल बी continue, right? So the end of reproductive phase is called as senescent phase and also called as old age. After these individual died. After old age every individual get dead or die, right? Now next we will discuss flowering in plants. We will discuss sexual reproduction in plant also, in animal also, right? So firstly we discuss कि how flower occurs in the plant. First, as you know, that is an annual plant, biennial plants flowering in once or twice, right? If any plant in whole life cycle lifespan produce one time of flower in a whole year, in a whole life cycle, so that type of flower is called as annual, right? If they produce twice time of flower in a whole year, in a whole year, so that type of flower is called as biennial, right? Third condition is perennial. Many time produce flower in their whole time, that is called as perennial, right? Now next, rice, wheat, marigold, as we know, their life cycle complete into 1 year, only in 1 year. That's why they consider as a annual plants, right? Now in some plants flowering occurs several time in particular season, that is called as perennial, right? In some plants flowering occurs only once in a life. After flowering they get died, that is called as annual, right? Now example, as you know, bamboo. बेम्बू इज़ अ टाइप ऑफ प्लांट और उसके फ्लावर किसी ने नहीं देखे होंगे। क्यों? क्योंकि बेम्बू में जो फ्लावरिंग होती है उसकी लाइफ के 50 to 100 ईयर्स के बाद में उसकी पार्ट में क्या होता है, एक बार फ्लावर डेवलप होता है और आफ्टर फॉर्मेशन ऑफ फ्लावर बेम्बू प्लांट गेट डेड, राइट। सेकेंड एग्जाम्पल, दैट इज अ नीलकरंज। नीलकरंज, इट इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज स्ट्रोबिलैंथस कुंथाइनिया। स्ट्रोबिलस कुंथाइनिया, यहाँ पर नाम आपको दिखा हुआ है, दैट इज अ स्ट्रोबिलस कुंथाइनिया। इट इज अ फ्लावर विच आर फाउंड इन तमिलनाडु एंड इट फॉर्म फ्लावर आफ्टर 12 ईयर। हर 12 साल के बाद में इसके अंदर क्या होते हैं, फ्लावर फॉर्म होते हैं। तो फ्लावरिंग के लिए अलग अलग प्लांट्स में अलग अलग क्या होता है, कंडीशन होती है, अलग अलग सीजन्स होते हैं, राइट। तो ये भी आपको ध्यान रखना है। नाउ वी विल डिस्कस दैट इज अ रिप्रोडक्टिव साइकिल इन एनिमल्स, राइट। रिप्रोडक्टिव साइकिल इन एनिमल्स वी कैन से जनरली आप लोगों ने देखा होगा कि अलग अलग एनिमल्स का एक ब्रीडिंग टाइम होता है, एक सीजन होता है, राइट। तो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज रिप्रोडक्टिव साइकिल इन एनिमल्स। रिप्रोडक्शन इन एनिमल्स इज अ सीजनल, होता ही है। आप लोगों के यहाँ पे बहुत सारे एनिमल्स हैं जो आपको समझ में आता है कि कौन से वाले सीजन में कौन से वाले ऑर्गेनिज्म जो है वो बेबी को क्या करेगा, रिप्रोड्यूस करेगा। बर्ड्स ले एग्स ओनली इन अ स्पेसिफिक सीजन, ये भी हमें मालूम है कि पर्टिकुलर जितने भी ऑर्गेनिजम्स होते हैं उनका एक स्पेसिफिक क्या होता है, ब्रीडिंग टाइम होता है। द प्लेसेंटल एनिमल, प्लेसेंटल मीन्स क्या होता है, जो यंग वंस को बर्थ देते हैं, एग्स लेते हैं, उनको हम क्या बोलते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज ओविपोरस। एग लाइंग एनिमल इज कॉल्ड एज ओविपोरस। तो जितने भी ओविपोरस होते हैं उनका एक स्पेसिफिक सीजन होता है। और प्लेसेंटल एनिमल क्या होते हैं, जो यंग वंस को बर्थ देते हैं, एग्जिबिट रिप्रोडक्टिव साइकिल दैट लीड्स टू चेंज इन ओवरीज एंड हार्मोनल लेवल। तो उनकी ओवरी में और उनकी बॉडी में क्या होते हैं, हार्मोनल चेंजेस होते हैं प्लेसेंटल वाले एनिमल्स में, जिसके कारण क्या होता है, गैमिट फॉर्म होते हैं और ऑफस्प्रिंग का क्या हो जाता है, डेवलपमेंट होता है, राइट। Now, there are two type of cycles, reproductive cycles in animals, right? First is estrous cycle. Another one is menstrual cycle, right? एस्ट्रस साइकिल, अच्छा एस्ट्रस साइकिल में, एस्ट्रस साइकिल जो होता है उन एनिमल्स में होता है जो नॉन प्राइमेट्स होते हैं, राइट। अच्छा, नॉन प्राइमेट्स क्या होता है ये भी मैं आपको बता दूं। नॉन प्राइमेट्स जनरली वो होते हैं जिनका ब्रेन लेस डेवलप होता है, और प्राइमेट्स क्या होते हैं जिनका ब्रेन क्या होता है, मोर डेवलप होता है। दूसरा इसका और डिफरेंस है कि जो नॉन प्राइमेट्स होते हैं उनका जो फोर हेड होता है वो छोटा होता है, फोर हेड्स क्या होता है उनका छोटा होता है, और जो प्राइमेट्स होते हैं उनका फोर हेड जो होता है वो क्या होता है, वेल डेवलप होता है, राइट। तो नाउ एस्ट्रस साइकिल जो रिप्रोडक्टिव साइकिल का एक फेज होता है जनरली वो किस में होता है, नॉन प्राइमेट्स। और नॉन प्राइमेट्स में जनरली कौन कौन से एग्जाम्पल आते हैं, लाइक काऊ, डॉग, रेट, टाइगर एक्सेट्रा। These animals reproductively active only in specific, जितने भी नॉन प्राइमेट्स होते हैं जो रिप्रोडक्टिवली एक्टिव होते हैं वो उसका क्या होता है, स्पेसिफिक सीजन होता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज ब्रीडिंग टाइम and that is also called as heat period, right? Now menstrual cycle, it is the reproductive cycle of primates like monkey, apes, human. These are reproductively active throughout their reproductive phase. कितने जब तक उनका रिप्रोडक्टिव फेज होता है, फर्स्ट मेंस्ट्रुअल से लेके लास्ट मेंस्ट्रुअल तक का जो कंडीशन होती है वो थ्रू आउट टाइम तक वो क्या कर सकते हैं, रिप्रोड्यूस करने की कैपेसिटी रखते हैं। इनका एस्ट्रस साइकिल में क्या होता है, एक स्पेसिफिक सीजन होता है तभी वो ब्रीड करते हैं, बट मेंस्ट्रुअल साइकिल जिनमें भी होता है वो लाइफ में जब तक उनका रिप्रोडक्टिव फेज होता है, सेनेसेंस के पहले तक वो ऑफस्प्रिंग को फॉर्म कर सकते हैं। हेंस दीज आर कॉल्ड एज कंटिन्यूअस ब्रीडर। और जितने भी मेंस्ट्रुअल साइकिल जो प्राइमेट्स होते हैं उनको हम क्या बोल सकते हैं, दीज आर कंटिन्यू ब्रीडर, दे डोंट नीड एनी स्पेसिफिक टाइप ऑफ season, right? Now next topic, events in sexual reproduction, we will discuss in next video. Hello students, in previous video we have discussed that is a reproductive cycle, and there are two main type of reproductive cycle, that is called as estrous cycle, which is performed by non-primates, and menstrual cycle, which is performed by the primates, right? And we have already differentiated what do you mean by primates and what do you mean by non-primates. Now in this video we will discuss that is the events in sexual reproduction, how many types of gametes are formed, how gametes are transferred, how they get fused, and after fusion how they convert into embryo, infant and new baby, right? Now first, this event is generally divided into two parts. First is pre-reproduction event, first is pre-fertilization events, and another one is post-fertilization event, right? Now in pre-fertilization event we will discuss that is gametogenesis. This is a gametogenesis, right? Gametogenesis means what? That is a formation of gamete, how gametes are formed from the parent's body, right? Now next is gametogenesis. Then after this event we will discuss how gametes are transferred, and after transfer of gamete how they get fused, how they get fertilized, right? So one by one we will discuss. First is gametogenesis. Now gametogenesis, it is a process of formation of male and female gametes, because sexual reproduction in sexual reproduction male and female gamete both are required. So how they will form, that process considered as called as gametogenesis, right? Gametes are generally haploid. Now haploid, what do you mean by haploid? That is a number of chromosomes should be half in gamete according to their parents. Suppose in human being there are number of chromosome is 46, but when the gamete will be formed the number of chromosome will be 23. It means that is just half of the parental chromosome, right? Now gametes are different types, but we will discuss there are two type of gamete. First is homogametes. Homogamete is also called as isogametes. What do you mean by homo? Homo means that is a same, similar, exactly copy, right? Now isogamete, same, that is a same as iso means mirror image, and homo means also that is the same. So isogametes, the morphologically similar male and female gametes. Male and female gamete both are exactly morphologically, that is physical structure should be same, chemical composition may be different, I don't know, but we don't care, but their morphologically, that is outer feature will be same. That type of gamete is called as homogametes, is also called as isogametes, right? Now second, that is called as heterogametes. Heterogametes means what? This is another second type of gametes, that is called as heterogametes. Same hai, when male and female both the gamete are morphologically different, and we can easily identify this is male gamete and this is female gamete. That type of gamete is called as heterogametes, right? Now in case of plant or in case of animal, we will use some terminology for the male gamete and for the female gamete. So now there is anthrazoid or sperm, right? There are two terminology is used for male gamete. So in case of anthrazoid is also called as pollen. When we use this terminology for in case of plant male gamete, anthrazoid or pollens, these are male gamete in plant, but when we use sperm are male gamete in case of animals, right? These are male gametes. Now in case of female, in case of plant we will use that is a egg or ovule in case of plant, but in case of animal we use that is a ovum is a female gamete in animal, egg or ovule female gamete in plants, right? Now next, there is a list of different organism, their chromosome number and their gametes chromosome number, right? First example, human being contain how many chromosome? That is a 46 number of chromosome, but when they form gamete contain only 23 number of chromosome, that is just half of the parental chromosome, right? Same as rat, dog, cat, fruit fly also given in these lists, so you can easily read out. Okay, now next, sexuality in organism. How will you identify that these organism is homothallic, these organism is monoecious, these organism is bisexual, these organism is unisexual? So in case of some different organism, we use some different terminology like homothallic. First is homothallic, it is also called as monoecious. Homothallic, it is also called as monoecious. It is bisexual condition, and we have already discussed in previous. Bisexual means what? Both male and female gonads present in single individual organism, that is called as homothallic, right? That is also called as bisexual, right? So homothallic, we will use homothallic in case of fungi and monoecious in case of plant. It means what? Ki a bisexual flower present in same flower, that is called as monoecious. A bisexual organism, it means male and female both are part present in single fungi, that is called as homothallic, right? Now heterothallic, hetero means what? That is a different. Hetero means what? That is a different. Hetero in case of fungi, dioecious in case of plant. Terminology is different, but meaning are both the same, right? It is the unisexual condition when male part is on different flower, female part on different flower, so that condition is called as dioecious. But in case of fungi, when male part on one fungi, female part on another fungi, so that condition is called as heterothallic, right? Now next, that is a male flower. Male flower, how we can consider that this flower is male and this consider as a female? So a special structure found on a flower, that is called as stamen. That is called as stamen, and I am drawing here stamen structure, that is called. If you see these type of structure in any flower, so you can say easily that is called as male flower, right? Another one, if you see this structure, on any flower, you can easily identify this is a female flower, right? Now, so for male flower contain stamen, अगर कहीं पे stamen flower में दिखते हैं, that is a male part, we consider that is called as male flower. If pistil contain, pistil is also called as carpel contain, we can consider as a female flower. If we both part contain in same flower, that is stamen as well as in pistil, then we consider as a bisexual flower, right? For example of monoecious plant. Monoecious, it means what? That is a both male and female flower part present on same flower, same plant. That type of condition is called as monoecious. And monoecious is example of cucurbita. Cucurbita is an example of monoecious plant. And dioecious plant, date, papaya, etc. And we have already discussed what do you mean by dioecious? Male flower at different flower, male part at different flower and female part at different plant, right? Now sexuality in animal, same we can identify ki this animal is female, this animal is male, right? So firstly, that is hermaphrodite. Homothallic, same as hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite is also called, in case of animals we are talking about, that is in case of animals. So when we talking about fungi, so we will use homothallic. When we consider in plant category, we will call as monoecious, right? When we consider in case of animals, that is called as hermaphrodite. Terminology is different, but meanings are same. Hermaphrodite or bisexual animal, same. Both sexes having in a single individual, both sexes, that is male and female, both gonads, both organism, both reproductive organ present in same organism, that type of organism is called as hermaphrodite, and it is also called as bisexual animals, right? Example, tapeworm, earthworm, sponges, leech, all comes under hermaphrodite because these organisms contain both type of organism, that is male organ as well as female organ, right? Now next is unisexual animals, same as If any one sex organ contain in any individual, that is called maybe male or maybe female, or only one sex organ is present, maybe only female or only male. So that type of organism is called as unisexual, right? Example, that is a cockroach, insects, birds, fishes, amphibians, that is frog, all comes under unisexual organism. All terrestrial organism also comes under this category, right? Now, haploid organism. What do you mean by haploid? Haploid means what? That is a half, right? Organism which are formed by haploid cell, number of chromosomes should be one set, right? Again I am drawing, in each and every individual, number of chromosome present in the form of pair. This is confirmed like this. But in haploid organism, only one set of chromosome, maybe suppose 7 chromosome in their body, but 7 not in pair, 7 single chromosome will be present. That type of organism is called as haploid organism. And these haploid organism, that type of chromosome contained cell is called as somatic cell. There are two type of cell inside our body. One cell is responsible for the body growth, right? That type of cell is called as somatic cell. Another one, that is cell which are responsible for the gamete formation, that type of cell is called as germ cell. So haploid organism, one set of chromosome in somatic cell. Somatic cell we have already discussed, that is a cell which are responsible for the growth of any living organism. That type of cell is called as somatic cell. Monera, fungi, algae, bryophytes, these are lower category animals, lower category plants, and they contain haploid plant body, and these haploid plant body can converted into new individuals, right? Diploid organism, when set of chromosome present in pair form, that type of organism is called as diploid organism. We will show haploid organism by the single N. This is a cell and we put single N, so that is also considered, that is a haploid. And if I draw this, that is cell inside 2N, तो जनरली दैट इज अ डिप्लॉयड ऑर्गेनिज्म. डिप्लॉयड मीन्स दैट इज अ नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम. जितने भी नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम है, टोटल नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम जो रहेंगे वो काय में रहेंगे, पेयर में रहेंगे, सेट्स में रहेंगे. क्लियर. नाउ नेक्स्ट, टेरिडोफाइट्स. ऑल लैंड कंटेनिंग plants, animals comes under pteridophytes, like gymnosperm. We have already discussed gymnosperm means what? That is a naked seed. They don't contain fruit. Without fruit seed form, that is called as gymnosperm. Angiosperm, all flowering plants, and if flower form, so fruit will be formed. It means seeds are covered, right? And all most of the organism, animals which are present on land, that all comes under pteridophytes, right? In diploid organism, the gametes formed by the meiosis. We have already discussed in 11 that there are two type of cell division occurs inside our body. First is mitosis. Number of cell will be increased, but number of chromosome same as parental body. But in case of meiosis, number of chromosome should be half. और हाफ कब होता है? जब मियोसिस होता है. तो इन डिप्लॉयड ऑर्गेनिज्म द गैमेट फॉर्म होता है, तो वहाँ पर नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम क्या हो जाते हैं? हाफ हो जाते हैं. नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम जब हो जाते हैं उस सेल डिवीजन को हम क्या बोलते हैं? दैट इज कॉल्ड एज मियोसिस. एट द एंड ऑफ मियोसिस हैप्लॉइड गैमेट्स आर, दैट्स व्हाई गैमेट्स आर हैप्लॉइड इन नेचर, राइट. नाउ ट्रांसफर ऑफ गैमेट. नाउ वी विल डिस्कस कि हाउ गैमेट विल बी ट्रांसफर फ्रॉम, or which gamete will be transferred, male gamete or female gamete, I don't know, right? Now in majority, transfer of gamete, in majority of organism male gametes are motile. जनरली एक स्पेसिफिक प्रॉपर्टी होती है मेल गैमेट की, दे हैव अ स्पेसिफिक लोकोमोटरी ऑर्गन, बट फीमेल गैमेट डू नॉट हैव एनी स्पेसिफिक लोकोमोटरी ऑर्गन, राइट. तो जनरली क्या होता है, अभी हमारी फर्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी हमने देखी कि मेल गैमेट्स आर मोटाइल. मोटाइल मीन्स दे कैन मूव फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू अनदर प्लेस बिकॉज दे हैव अ स्पेशल लोकोमोटरी ऑर्गन, राइट. फीमेल गैमेट आर नॉन मोटाइल. These are non-motile. Why? Because they don't have any locomotory organ, so they are stable. If in few fungus, but some are exceptional. Some are exceptional in case of female. In a few fungus or algae, both male and female gametes are motile. These are exceptional. But maximum organism, maximum female gametes, they are non-motile. Right? Now next, in algae, bryophytes, and pteridophytes, male gamete moves in water to reach female gamete. algae क्या होती है? वाटर में होती है. ब्रायोफाइट्स कहाँ पर होते हैं? दे आर ऑल्सो एक्वेटिक. एंड टैरिडोफाइट, मैक्सिमम जो होते हैं, जितने भी गैमेट्स होते हैं, मेल गैमेट होते हैं, दे विल बी रीच टू फीमेल गैमेट विद द हेल्प ऑफ वाटर. राइट. लार्ज नंबर ऑफ गैमेट्स आर फेल्स टू रीच फीमेल गैमेट्स. अच्छा, एक यहाँ पर प्रॉपर्टी और है, डिफरेंस आप लिख सकते हैं बिटवीन मेल गैमेट एंड फीमेल गैमेट की. व्हेन मेल गैमेट आर प्रोड्यूस, देयर नंबर शुड बी वेरी हाई, but female gamete may be 1 or maybe 2. Why male gamete produce in large number? Because when male gamete transfer from male part to female part, they face very critical condition. They can get damage with the help of water, with the help of air, with the help of temperature, with the help of predator. That's why their number should be high. Now, the large number of male gamete are fails to reach female gamete to compensate this loss. क्यों लॉस होता है? The male gamete are produced several thousand times to फीमेल गैमेट. मैंने अभी बताया था कि बहुत सारी कंडीशंस होती है जिसमें मेल गैमेट, क्योंकि वो क्या कर रहे हैं, बॉडी के बाहर जाके फिर फीमेल गैमेट तक उनको जाना है, उसके बीच में बहुत सारी कंडीशंस ऐसी हो सकती है जिसके कारण वो क्या हो सकते हैं, डैमेज हो सकते हैं, डीजनरेट हो सकते हैं. तो इसके लिए अगर उनका नंबर ज़्यादा होगा तो मैक्सिमम अगर डैमेज हो भी गए तो कुछ जो है सम मेल गैमेट कैन बी रीच टू फीमेल गैमेट, और वहाँ पर फर्टिलाइजेशन क्या होगा, प्रॉपर परफॉर्म होगा. राइट. नाउ इन बायसेक्चुअल, अच्छा यहाँ पर एक कंडीशन होती है कि जितने भी फ्लावर्स होते हैं कंसिडर एज अ बायसेक्चुअल फ्लावर. बायसेक्चुअल मीन्स व्हाट? बोथ मेल एंड फीमेल गैमेट प्रेजेंट ऑन सेम प्लांट और सेम फ्लावर. राइट. तो देर इज नो कंफ्यूजन. मेल गैमेट easily without facing any problem easily transfer from male part to female part. Right. Now, but in unisexual flower, in unisexual flower, male gamete transfer from one flower to another flower, or one flower of one plant to another plant's flower. Right. So this is in case of unisexual flower, they transfer from one flower to another flower or one plant to another flower. That type of transfer of gamete in case of flower is called as cross pollination. It is also called as cross fertilization. Right. And for the cross fertilization, media is required. Some mediator is required, like air, insects, birds, etc., etc. Right. Now, so we easily discuss, that is how the gametes are formed, how gametes are transferred. Now in next video we will discuss how gamete fuse and what is the post fertilization process. So have a nice day. Bye bye.